Hey guys, Brian here, and I want to talk to you about three things in this video. The first thing is that the PTR got updated today with a handful of patch notes. We might jump into those if you guys are interested in it, so sound off below if you want me to start covering more deep dives into the patch notes, especially as they happen on the PTR. Honestly, any and all feedback on that is appreciated. Also, the second thing I want to talk to you guys about is my plans for tomorrow. Tomorrow is my birthday. I will be live over on Twitch, and the link will be in the description. I'm going to talk to you guys about my plans for tomorrow, whether we do have a July update tomorrow or we don't. And then finally, the third thing I kind of want to talk about is the Eternum Classic fishing tournament that I'm organizing. Essentially kind of sharing with you guys some information about that. We'll have a more official focus video out on this channel when we have the full details. The goal, I'm going to see if we can't raise a little bit of money for St. Jude's as a part of that, and ultimately try to get as many people to participate into it as for fun and a way to kind of take advantage of the summer and the Medley Fair and all of that. That's going to be coming as tentatively scheduled for August the 12th. Again, official announcements, more on that. But I'll talk to you guys about my thoughts about why I want to do that here in this video as well. So this video is going to cover those three things in perpetuity, which I stuttered through, and I knew I was going to stutter through. I kind of felt nervous saying the word, but thank God we're past it. And if you understood what I was trying to say, then let's go ahead and have some fun. Smash like and subscribe if you haven't already, and join the 10 million strong members here on this channel. I don't know, I'm just being ridiculous. We don't have that yet. Well, one day maybe. But anyhow, all right, so let's dive into topic one. The PTR actually just received this update. You can see kind of the flurry of patch notes here. And like I said at the start of the video, if you guys want me to start doing more deep dives into patch notes specifically, let me know. I'm happy to try to put that into my content schedule for you and get that into whether most likely a listening mode, perhaps. But the other side of this is that would this mean or potentially mean that the July version is delayed? And it could be. Like at the end of the day, like I'm always kind of curious to see if we'll see the July update at all this week. And if they miss this week, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be disappointed, but I'd get over it. It's gonna be one of those things where the initial frustration would be like, oh man, that sucks. But then ultimately, I hope that they're able to deliver it this week, because tomorrow, like I said, is my birthday, and I would love so much to be able to jump in to the Summer Medley Fair on a day that I'm taking off to just relax and play games, and that's ultimately that goal. But if that doesn't come to pass, and this kind of shifts us into topic two, if tomorrow the July update isn't live, there still is a handful of days left in the month. But if it falls into August, I think if that ever does happen, because I'm not going to say it's happened yet, because we still have a couple of days. It's kind of quiet outside of the PTR release notes. If that does come to pass, where that happens, they have to shift the naming of the patches to not the targeted month. So it should no longer be known as the July update, for example. They need to come up with the name. Now, the March update, the 1.5, the big one with the blunderbuss was, like the Madness update, the March Madness, update. And now, essentially, as we have the July update for the Medley Fair, obviously they're looking and calling it the summer, but it's going to be a transition in terms of kind of the expectation as to when those updates come. I do expect that if they don't hit July, there's going to be plenty of doomers coming out and saying that that's kind of a sign of the times. In reality, like the reality of it is, despite the disappointment I would feel initially, it would be much better overall for the game that if they needed a couple extra days, if they needed an extra week to really make sure that the patch hit home and didn't have any issues, and it wasn't riddled with bugs or something like that. If they find a critical error that's crashing the servers or something like that, that we would actually say it's better for them not to push that into live. I think everybody can agree that obviously, like, as much as we want it, as much as we want to see it, as much as I want to be able to take tomorrow and play, and hopefully that's what I get to do, because again, it's like, just because they're pushing this out on the PTR today, it could be their final round of checks before essentially saying, yep, that's the build that we're going with. Let's go ahead and move that into the live environment. Hopefully I'll be able to provide you guys that update. And kind of tying those first two topics together, a reason kind of on the PTR update in the notes is that being that things are in flux, I think that the better patch note video is actually what goes into live. So if they do make that announcement, that's where I'll dive in and cover the full notes for you guys. But anyway, that's just kind of that aside. Now, the final thing I'd like to talk to you guys today about is the Tournament Fishing Classic. This is essentially kind of the idea that I've had, and you guys, if you have any thoughts on this, I'd love any kind of feedback, as I'm still trying to make sure that I have all the dots and T's crossed. But the idea is that we could try to raise some money for St. Jude's. I don't know if this is too low or too high. My thought is that maybe we'd be able to raise like $200 for St. Jude's. I think they have St. Jude's Played Live, and I've been looking into the software and getting the link and getting registered so that there can be a link that you guys, if you wanted to donate for the charity, that you could do so, and that would help overall accumulate to the goal, helping sick kids fight cancer. But the idea behind the tournament itself, because I asked to see if there was an API or a way we could try to track things, and honestly, we'd have to just go off the honor system, essentially kind of like taking a screenshot. Now, I originally was thinking about 5 categories, and that's total fish caught, total treasure chest caught, total legendaries caught, and those are all 3 categories. You can't win more than one, so you catch a lot of fish and you catch a lot of treasure chests, you're gonna pick which one you want. And then essentially the other 2 categories I thought was total weight caught and then the largest fish caught. And so I think those, like, we'll save those 2 as kind of bragging rights or something like that, just for fun if you wanted to, but essentially kind of giving off 3 rewards. And probably what I'll do is I'll just have I'll get 3 Amazon gift cards for those who win the gift card, and we'll figure out how to make sure you guys get that for who wants to ever participate. And the idea is that on the 12th of August, probably around 8 p.m. Central, maybe we'd go 9 p.m. Central, just to make sure people on the Pacific Coast would be able to have the option to participate. But we'll just run, for 2 hours, and whoever can catch the most fish, catch the most treasure chest, or catch the most legendaries, will have the chance to win one of the 3 prizes to give out. And it's, ideally just us all getting together, and we can be hanging out and chatting, and you can live stream it or whatever. But if you want to participate, then you'd want to be a part of the Discord and take a screenshot or something like that with your totals, and then we would kind of count that up and dole that out. And that's kind of the idea behind it. The reason is that I know I've seen somebody's comments, especially like within the community itself, like events, player driven events, kind of creating our own stories in a way. And I absolutely agree with that. And I think that's where this would be something that I would find both personally fun and interesting, but also as a part of the summer update, which I would assume would be out by the 12th. And if it's not, that's a bigger conversation for another day. But beyond that in and of itself is I think that's going to be taking part in the double XP fishing weekend anyway. So everybody who's participating is also in a way leveling up, also is kind of doing their thing within the game. And it could ultimately just ideally be a fun thing. And maybe we can actually, maybe put some good out there into the world. And that's kind of the idea behind it. Anyway, so I wanted to put this video together today, namely because you guys, I've seen a couple comments on this. I've seen a couple of things on Reddit, some in the patch, and I'm all about that. I really hope that the next video, I hope this video is just so short-lived that it just kind of pops in and you guys watch it and it's good for your day. But then all of a sudden you refresh and then like, hey guys, patch is here. Let's go over the notes, and we're having a fun time tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I don't want to ramble. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I appreciate you for everything that you do, and I wish you all the best. Till next time, guys. Take care.
Yeah. It's time to chill out on the couch and read some comments. That's right. You know me when it comes to Destiny. I'm off with the clan, and I'm glad you're feeling better. Oh yeah.